Let me tell you about my absolute worst day as an entrepreneur. I'm Joe. I used to own a software company, sold it back in 2024. But my absolute worst day as an entrepreneur started with a Slack message that said something along the lines of, I think we accidentally just deleted a whole bunch of files in production. Now, no big deal, right? Grab the backup. Except when we looked, there was no backup. This was data sitting in an S3 bucket, and that bucket was not being backed up and was not versioned at all. An absolutely horrific thing that shouldn't even be possible. My heart absolutely sank into my stomach, and I was just completely crushed. So what do? Well, first call was to my business partner to give him a heads up about what had just happened. Second step was to figure out exactly which clients were impacted by this. Fortunately for us, it was one client primarily that was the most impacted, so the next step was make a phone call. So we called them before they could figure anything out on their own and just let them know what had happened and what we were doing to ensure that this could never possibly happen again in the future. And we also worked with them to try to recover any of the files that may exist on their local network. Fortunately, what we did have from this was checksums of what the file was, so we were able to help them create some scripts to search their file servers and actually search users' computers for files that match the checksums. In the end, fortunately, we were able to recover 60 to 70% of the files, but it did not lead to a happy customer at all. Now, we did not lose the customer. This happened years ago. They are still a customer. We did work with them to compensate them, and we did end up with a lawsuit from them over the files that were unrecoverable. We ultimately settled the lawsuit for a reasonable amount of money, and we have a customer still to this day. But these scenarios, it's all about how you handle the scenario and the integrity that you show during the process. Managing your business with integrity is always the best method. It leads to some uncomfortable and unfun days for sure, but in the end, managing with integrity always works out the best. I'm Joe. I grew my business from 0 to 10 million. I'm on here sharing everything I learned along the way. So follow along for more.